Good morning. In this video, I'm going to take you through my day because yesterday I relaunched my online shop and I have some orders to fulfill. I'm so thankful because all of the orders I received are repeat customers, and I've shared this before, but repeat customers are the best. I'm going to try and fulfill as many of the orders that I can. And then later tonight, I'm teaching a workshop, but it's really far away. And so I'm gonna leave a lot earlier than the actual workshop time because I really don't like sitting in traffic. Probably just gonna hang out at a Panera or I don't know. Yeah, so we'll see. Okay, so I do like to clean out my studio before I fulfill shop orders, just because, I don't need that extra dust. My pets are always walking all over the place. So I'm just gonna give everything a quick wipe down and dust and pull out some of the materials that I'm going to need to fulfill the shop orders. So let's do it. So I printed out all the packing slips because all the orders are sort of all over the place. I'm going to prioritize the types of products. So the ones that are print on demand obviously is fulfilled by a third party, so I don't need to worry about those. But one of the simplest things for me to fulfill are art prints. I'm going to go ahead and go through each packing slip and then print them out, prep my printer as well. And then yeah, and then the next easiest thing are probably stickers. I have a couple of stickers. Yeah, and then the rest of them are just greeting cards, which are a little bit more involved. The notepads are probably the most difficult to make, but I don't have any notepad orders today, so that's okay. And then the last thing I have is that a couple people bought the surprise art bundles, which I'm so excited about, and I hope that they really like it. And that's what that giant black tub over there has all of my stuff from the craft fairs that I've done in 2024. And that's where I'm going to draw out most of the surprise art bundle items. So let's go do it. All right, I'm going to try to talk and work at the same time. So I have two art prints, the Lighthouses art print and the Chickadee. Really cute. These two are part of my last chance items. And yeah, I'm really glad that they bought them because I think I love all of my art prints. I really do, but they don't sell as much or as often. And I have these last chance items because I shared them in the last video about how my online store is just getting really cluttered with a lot of listings. And yeah, sometimes it can be overwhelming. I don't think it's always a good idea to have too many things. So I wanted to sort of pare down and yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and find them in my computer. So I use Photoshop to process my prints. And you see that I have the Chickadee here. She's so cute. And then the lighthouses. So I already put the paper in my printer. So now I just need to change the Photoshop print settings. So I'm going to choose the correct printer first of all. Make sure that the paper size is correct. So it's my art print 8x10. And I usually manually select where the paper is fed from because sometimes it doesn't recognize that the top tray is, where the paper is. And then it just makes my process a little bit longer. Always choose quality to be the best because the quality should be the best. And that is it. Yeah. Sometimes I do media type, but very rarely do I choose the media type. Yeah, it's really just the feed from and the quality. So, print and color also needs to be checked for some reason. All right, so let's go ahead and print this one out. I'm going to do the same for the Chickadee. Just make sure that all the print settings are still the same. Print and color, top tray, best. All right, let's go ahead and print that out. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and package these. I really hope that they're happy whenever they see these prints, and yeah, that it just brings a smile to their face. I'm going to do the die cut stickers and then the sticker sheets. So sticker sheets is great because it can just go on one sheet. So I'm going to show you how I set all that up. All right, so here is my Cricut. I'm going to import the sticker sheets first. So I'm going to go to upload and then upload image. And I have, so the way that I do stickers, I mean, everyone does it like just a little bit differently, you know, but for me, I like to have the sticker sheet backing and then the actual sticker printout, you know, on separate layers. Go ahead and find the stickers. All right, so this is the backing sheet. Continue, apply, continue. And I always choose flat graphic because it's not just a single layer where, because if you choose this one, it's not going to print it. So I'm going to do this one so it can print and then cut. I'm going to save it to my sticker collection and then upload. All right, now I need the actual stickers. So let's grab those. And there it is. It has a little white outline around it. Continue, apply, and then flat graphic again, and then save it to my sticker collection. And there we go. So it's really hard to see like where this is going to go. So I usually select both of them and then I align and center so that, yeah, so that it'll be perfectly centered. And then I need to make sure that this size is correct. So all of my sticker sheets are 4x6. So in this size, I'm going to change that to 4 inches. And since this lock is there, it automatically changes the height. Now, the important thing is when you do sticker sheets, if you don't do this next step, it's going to print these two items on separately, like next to each other, and we don't want that. So I'm going to highlight the both of them and then attach. However, if I'm going to do one more thing, I'm going to duplicate this backing like maybe 4 or 5 times. So what I want to happen is that as it cuts multiple times, it's going to eventually cut through the paper, and then I don't have to worry about you know, manually cutting it later. Sometimes this doesn't always work, so it's trial and error, but for the most part. Now I'm going to select all of them, align center again, and then attach. Okay, so now I can't, you know, separate these. Now I'm going to duplicate that and put them next to each other. Align top and then leave just a little bit of space in between because again, I want them to be cut separately. Then I'm going to attach these two so that they fit on one sticker sheet. So before I go to make, I'm going to go ahead and hide this and then add all of my die stickers. Okay. So upload. So this person wanted a bright pink bow sticker. So let's grab that. And then she also wanted it to be sparkle holographic. I love that. I love that. So I'm going to make sure to add that sparkle holographic. Okay, apply and continue. Flat graphic. Stickers. Yay. So this is about 3 inches, about 2.8 inches wide. So I'm just going to change that. Now, since this is going to print on its own sheet, I'm actually going to go ahead and duplicate it multiple times so that it can just all fit on one sheet. Let's see, I have 6. Let's see what it looks like. I'm going to save this to today's date. Okay, so there's 6 of these. I can probably fit maybe 4 more. Let's see what it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, there's another way that you could do this, but let me just show you this one way first. Okay, so it actually didn't include these last 2. Now, if I really wanted to, I know that there are hacks to filling out the entire sheet of paper, but I don't have time right now to like learn that method. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete 2 of these. So that means there were 8 of them. Now we gotta go back to the Cricut and tell it to print. So you press continue. Yeah, then I'm gonna wait a little bit. So I actually have 2 Cricut makers, and I know that the bottom one is this one, whatever that name is. I wish I could change it. Actually, do you guys know how to change the Cricut names? Let me know. Going to go ahead and send to printer. Make sure that this is on. I don't usually add the bleed, especially with sticker sheets. And I'm going to turn on the use system dialog because I want to make sure that the print settings are correct. So when it does this, a separate pop-up window is supposed to appear, but sometimes it's like hiding back here. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this forward, make sure it's print in color. The preset, the default settings is just going to be the US letter size, so that's fine. And then again, going to the media, top tray, best, and then that's really it. So I'm going to go ahead and select print. Done. Now for sticker sheets, there it goes. Now for sticker sheets, I use the washi sheet, but I think I did change the setting. So let me just show you what that setting looks like. So washi sheet, this is all in alphabetical order. I'm going to go down to washi sheet. So you'll see that my cut pressure is at 70. And then I did off. This is how many times it's actually going to cut through. And then it's the fine point blade, which is like the most used blade. So I'm going to leave it like that. I did a lot of trial and error because this is the maker, because the maker was also a little bit different than my old Explorer Air 2. So I actually had to, really do a lot of trial and error and experimentation to find out which pressure and what settings were correct. So it took me a while, but this is what works for my Cricut maker. I highly recommend, you doing your own experimentation because not all Cricuts are made the same. Your blade might be a little bit duller. So it just all really depends. I'm going to go ahead and press done. Yes, that's fine. So washi sheet, I'm going to keep the pressure at the default because again, these are going to be kiss cut stickers. So that means that the stickers are going to be able to be peeled away from the backing and I don't want it to cut through too much. So I keep it on default. Now it's time to go ahead and load the Cricut. So sticker sheets are done. Let's go ahead and unload them and see what they look like. Okay, I'm actually really happy because you can kind of already see it, but it did cut through. You know how I duplicated the backing? So it actually did cut through. Look at that. So now I can just kind of lift that up. Awesome. Yay. Let's lift up the other one. I don't know if I can do this one-handed. Okay, there we go. Almost. Okay, so this one is a little bit stubborn, so I'm going to get my X-Acto knife and then just cut that through. So one of the things that happens with this particular sticker sheet paper is that it leaves behind a lot of debris. I think like as it's being cut, it just, yeah, so you probably can't see it, but it's like very grainy and that's no matter. All I do is just, I take my little desktop vacuum cleaner and I just, scrub away all of that. So let's do that real quick. Good as new. I am so happy with these. So now I just do a quick kiss cut sticker test, make sure that it, peels off really nicely, and then these will be done. Yep, it peels off really nicely. I am very happy. So these are going to two different people, so I need to put them in two separate sleeves. So I'm going to set these aside as well. I'm just kind of putting all the orders here for now. I'm going to go ahead and send the other one to the printer. So send to printer. And again, going to use the system dialog just in case, you never know. Print, and then it's hiding in the back. Okay, print in color. See, it doesn't like have the media feed from and the quality like set. So I don't know if that's something I gotta set in the preset. I don't know. I'll have to look into that later. But anyway, go ahead and print that. And while that's going, now this time I gotta change the base material because these are die cut stickers. So for this one, I actually have a setting called die cut sticker. So I'm gonna select that. So actually let me show you what the settings are for that one. So that one I actually just created myself. So if you want to add your own, then you can go down here and then just select add new material. But yeah, so for die cut sticker, DIE. So this one is 310, and then I cut through it twice. So it puts a lot of pressure on it, but I'm still only using the fine point blade. All right, so that's my die cut sticker settings. And again, your Cricut might be different from mine. Again, I'm using the Maker, but yeah, always do your own experiments before you start like actually cutting your like actual sheets. So select that, okay? And then we'll wait for it to be done printing. Something else I need to do is I actually need to do more die cut stickers. So I'm going to go ahead and just off camera, just prepare all of those stickers. Then I'm going to show you how I put the regular vinyl, the regular laminate vinyl on top of them. So let's go do that. All right, so now these stickers, she wanted the sparkle holographic vinyl over it. So for that, I go up here because I have all of my, sparkles here. Yay! So this one has mixed, let me see. Yep, this one is my general sparkles. I'm going to use this one. This mixed one also has like stars and I don't know, aurora, things like that. So I just put the sparkle holographic vinyl on, but then I forgot to press record. I am so sorry, guys. But I will show you how I do my regular vinyl because I do have to print some more die cut stickers. But anyway, this is how I do my holographic. So sorry. The most important thing is just to make sure that you trim the vinyl so that it fits within these black registration marks because you don't want to cover them up. If you do cover them up, the Cricut won't be able to identify them or track it, and then it won't cut. And it's going to be super frustrating because you just wasted ink and vinyl and a sticker sheet. So, so let's go ahead and put this through the Cricut now. The die cut sticker just finished. Oh, hold on. Okay, so let's take a look at these. So they should just peel off the mat like really easily. So you always want to bend the mat, and look, they're already popping up. So now I'm just going to gently just remove them. Oh my gosh. You know, maybe I'll include these as like a freebie or something. Hopefully you can see the sparkle. Yeah. So pretty. Okay, so I'm going to set these aside. All right, So this time I'm going to film the entire vinyl sticker process. All right, so I have the printed stickers here. These are actually for a special client. I've talked about him before. He's my unicorn client, so make sure to check out that video. He really is like seriously the best. He really is. All right, so let me just kind of clear my space here a little bit. He loves the stickers to be laminated, so this one's just going to get a normal laminate. So I use this product. I know a lot of other sticker shop owners use it as well. I buy these all the time. So I'm going to need 2 sheets. These are great because these actually have this peel off option up here. So it makes it really easy to apply on your sticker sheet. The sparkle vinyl laminate that I have doesn't have this easy peel. So I either have to manually score it on the back or just kind of like pick at the corner, and I don't like that. So this is really like, yeah, one of the best. Now I do need to measure these so that they don't cover the registration lines. So I'm going to turn these over so that the paper backing is on top. I'm going to do them 1 sheet at a time. And I line it up so that it falls like right inside the registration lines. I'm going to mark where I need to cut them. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one so that I don't confuse it with this one. Be right back. I'm going to put this together aside. Now let's do this one. Okay, so now it's time to apply. I'm going to use this and this squeegee. I always use the felt side rather than the ruler side. And like I said, because it has this peel here option, it makes it so easy. So I just gently peel that off. I'm going to place it vinyl side down. Make sure that I'm placing it within the registration lines and then apply. And I'm going to peel this back and then slowly peel off the paper. And then now I'm going to use the squeegee to kind of press through, and then the paper backing will just automatically come off with it. So I like to give it another couple squeezes to get out any air bubbles. Okay, now let's load them in the Cricut. All right, so to load them onto the Cricut, I usually sometimes I use the standard grip, but I really like the light grip the most. The only trick to making the light grip work for you is just to make sure that it's really on the mat. And then I also use tape to like secure it even further. I always use a brayer to, again, just kind of firmly press. Then I use some tape to reinforce it. And the reason why I like the light grip is because like when I peel off the stickers, like I do bend the mat in order to remove the stickers, but I don't know, it's still sometimes the standard grip, it still sometimes like grips onto the sticker paper a little bit too well. So I like the light grip for that reason. All right, let's send these into the Cricut. Now you might be wondering, Audrey, you have 2 Cricuts. Yes, I actually do. I do use both of these simultaneously when I have a huge order, but for now, I only have 2 sheets, so it's not that big of a deal. So I'm just going to use just this one. So the Cricut symbol is flashing. It's ready to go. So while this is going, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of like clean up the studio a little bit. Now, sometimes I do have like lots of vinyl like left over, and if they are pretty, whoop, and And if they are pretty like large in size, then I will keep these. Like sometimes these strips might not be as, you know, efficient, but because this is so long, I probably will save this as well. Yeah, like most of these I will probably save. So I actually have like a huge Ziploc bag of just, you know, spare vinyl, and I try to reuse as much as I can. This is my Ziploc bag of all the extra vinyl. Now I don't have a separate bag of just holographic, but that's okay. Like just look how many are in here. This just also shows you how many stickers I've made. So the first sticker sheet is done. Let's go put the second one in. So good. Okay, so here they are. Bend the mat, and then they should just kind of pop right off. They're so pretty. There's that one. And then there's also this design. And I'm actually going to see him tomorrow, so I just want to make sure that I prioritized his order. Lots and lots of cleaning. I feel like half the time I'm creating, I'm also cleaning. Yay, the second sheet is done. Normally I would eat at the dining table. Sometimes I eat at my studio just because like it's more convenient, or I like to watch you know, like TV on my computer while I'm eating. But this meal especially, like Rocket will be all over it. So Rocket loves to steal our food. He's like always hungry. It's like he doesn't have the communication between his stomach and his brain, and like he's just always hungry. So we're eating leftover KFC from last night, and I have some rice and some leftover coleslaw, so I'm just eating that for lunch today. Yeah, he would be all over this chicken, so I'm like, nope. So I'm eating here in the studio with the door closed. Just gonna wind down a little bit, watch some TV, and then yeah, get back to work. You might hear charcoal chomping in the background. He's eating, Rocket is eating. I also have to separate the two when they're eating lunch too. I told you, Rocket just eats everyone's food. But I also like to enjoy an afternoon coffee. Sometimes I get coffee in the morning, and sometimes I like to wait until after lunch. So I'm using my new mug, ta-da! So let's take a first sip. Oh, it's still really hot. I don't usually like it when it's really, really hot, but so now it's after lunch. It's almost noon. And let's see, just going through these orders, I'm gonna wait until charcoal finishes because the surprise art bundle materials are in that black bin down there with a yellow lid. So in the meantime, I'm gonna print out the mini note cards because there were a couple people who wanted those, because the mini note cards are a little bit easier to prepare. There's no foiling. The Valentine's Day cards that were ordered, those do require foiling. So I'm gonna print out all the greeting cards that do not require any foiling, and we'll go from there. All right, so I finished printing out all of the mini note cards, and they are so flippin' cute. So the idea is that you have your gift card, and then you have one of these little mini note cards. It just has a design on front, and then on the back has just like my branding, and then you stick this with your gift card, and there you go. And then yeah, it is just so adorable. It's just perfect for the shortest of messages. And this is just a flat mini note card. Oh, I should probably put this blade down. So I have a couple of the Valentine's Day orders. Some people ordered just like individual ones, and then my other client also ordered like bulk cards. So I think he ordered 5 of these and then 10 of these bow ones. These are just so adorable. So adorable. They also feel like playing cards. So I'm just going to package some of these together. Hi, Rocket. Hi. Those are the washi tapes. I've definitely shrunk down my stash. And then these are all the stickers that I was looking at. Here are all the greeting cards I was looking at, and then the art prints back there. So yeah, thank you so much for those of you that bought a surprise art bundle, because yeah, you're definitely helping me kind of streamline my inventory. I had a thought while I was putting together the art bundles, like for example, especially the cat stickers, and I have a cat breeds and a dog breeds art prints. I was thinking, why don't I donate them? Vet hospital or to a local animal shelter. I think that would be a great way to, yeah, clear out my inventory, but also, you know, share them with people who will like really, really appreciate them. So Rocket always causing shenanigans. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think that's the best way to, yeah, like who does it benefit when I just hoard all this at home? You know what I mean? So I think it'll be a good idea to, yeah, share the wealth. So I'm gonna clean up here, grab the 2 tea towels for the other extra large bundles, and then I'm gonna start packaging things together so that I can ship them out. So it's about 1:30. I'm going to print out some stuff for my workshop tonight, switch gears, make sure that I'm all packed up for that workshop. At least tonight is a brush calligraphy, so it's not as complicated in terms of all the things that I need to bring, all the supplies. So yeah, I just need to make sure that I have enough printouts and the pens are in working order. And then I'll just kind of, yeah, relax a little bit, pack up my car, and then we'll head out. All right, so I have about an hour before I need to leave for my workshop. My brush pen's in here. I just finished printing out all the worksheets. It's been at least a month, if not 2 months, since I've done a brush calligraphy workshop. So every now and then, I just like to go through all of my pens. First of all, making sure that I have enough. And then also making sure that, you know, like the ink isn't bleeding. Because in one of my workshops, someone did say that the ink was bleeding. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I'm going to do a quick just check on all of them. So tonight's workshop is in Sycamore, Illinois, and looking at Google Maps, it's going to take me more than an hour, and that's like without much traffic. This actually might be the furthest I've driven. I have been to a couple pretty far places, but this might actually be the furthest. I did go to Geneva, and I shared about that in another studio vlog, but Geneva was maybe like 45 minutes. Oh, this one's almost out. Yeah, see, it's good to do these tests. So I'm gonna put that aside. Testing. I just took a shower. It's about 9 a.m. and I just finished packing up one of the orders from the other day. And this is really the only one that's ready to go out because the other ones had like those surprise art bundles, and I want to make sure that it's packaged like well and correctly. And yeah, but I should be able to finish all of that and then probably ship them out like tomorrow at the latest if I don't get to them later today. In a little bit, I need to head out and meet up with my unicorn client and drop off all the stickers that he ordered. And yeah, and then I'll make my way back here and then keep working on the orders and packaging them. I don't normally work on my shop on Thursdays just because I usually work on my other part-time job, which is for my church. but I think today is kind of an exception. I just want to make sure that these orders get out. Last night I did do the brush calligraphy workshop. I didn't have a lot of time to record because once I got there, we had to set up the room and it was just kind of like go, go, go. And the room was really dark because we had to dim the lights in order to be able to see the screen. So it just wasn't ideal for recording. And so I just figured, okay, it's okay, just let it go. But obviously I made it there and back safe and sound. It did take me a little over an hour to get there and then a little bit less than an hour to come back home. So yeah, I was pretty tired last night, so I didn't have the energy to record like a recap or anything. But in general, like it went really well. I think the way that I teach calligraphy is like very constructive and very systematic. So I think people always appreciate that, especially adults, because as we grow older, I think we're a little bit more set in our ways. And so we need things to be like fully explained. We're less likely to, experiment. And that's, of course, a generalization. There are some adults who are totally okay with experimenting and doing their own thing and figuring it out. I'm a little bit like that, but most adults like really appreciate like the guidance. Yeah, so I think it went really well. So I'm getting ready to print out the Valentine's Day cards that has foil detailing. So this one requires an extra step. So I have to print it first through my regular printer to get all those nice colors. And then I have to feed it through the toner printer so that I can get the foil on it. And then I have to laminate it in order to get the foil on. So right now it's missing the Happy Valentine's Day phrase right here in this gap. So now I got to put it through the toner printer. Thanks so much for tuning in to today's studio vlog. Hope you got some insight about my life as a teaching artist and as an online shop owner. I really love what I do and I enjoy connecting with people. Leave a comment if you have any questions or are curious to learn more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!